Hi, folks. Kieran here. Hope you're all good. Today, I'd like to talk about lateness and about my own experiences and thoughts about when we try to get somewhere on time and don't quite make it on time, and so on. The last few years, I've been a stay at home parent, and I've had to frequently get my kids places and occasionally get places on my own on by certain times, things like play groups and school and so on. And I find that if I'm pretty scared of being late, I'm usually on time. But for things that are uh, less essential, where punctuality is less essential, I do find myself running very often about 5 minutes late for things. Sometimes it doesn't really matter at all. Sometimes it does. I'm slightly disappointed in myself that one of the things I'm often late for is meeting with friends. Um, and I feel that I should try to give more value to being on time for friends than for things like dropping my kids off at school. Because, they're my friends. I should put them first. But obviously, being 5 minutes late for your friend is not that important, but it's kind of annoying for them if it happens all the time. And I find that, I'm usually like 5 or 10 minutes late for a sort of meet up with a friend or a play date or something for my kids. And that's a bit disappointing. Um, I've tried to get better at it. I don't think I'm the worst person around. I definitely see people regularly being later than me for the same things I'm trying to get to. But it just seems so stupid because all I have to do is do everything like 5 minutes earlier, and I'll be totally on time every time for these things, and that's a bit of a shame. One thing I've thought about is possibly part of the reason I get late is that, say I'm in the house like half an hour before going out. I know that I have something like, or I think that I have something like 20 minutes of things to do, like getting dressed or packing a bag or whatever it is, to get out the door. Um, and What I usually do is, like, if I've got 20 minutes to what I think is 20 minutes of stuff to do, I often like leave it to the last 20 minutes to do that. So if I have to be out of the door on the hour, I'll start doing the stuff at 22. But one of the problems is it's very hard to predict, isn't it? The how long exactly these things are going to take. I mean, I think I can do a shower in 10 minutes. I think I can get dressed in about 2 minutes. But when you add it up in your head, it's going to be rough. And I think that's part of my problem is that if you think something's going to take, if you think it's all going to take 20 minutes on average, then some days it's going to take 25 minutes, other days it's going to take 15 minutes. And if you just leave yourself 20 minutes, that means some of those days I'm going to be screwed. Another issue is that maybe I underestimate that 20 minutes anyway, because I kind of clock up the things I have to do in my head, but I often don't think of everything when I'm trying to anticipate how long I've got to get ready. So um, if I leave something out, um, that means basically I'm systematically by not including the fact that I've probably forgotten something, I'm systematically underestimating how long it takes to get out the door. So what I should do is add a 5 minutes of spare things I might not have thought of, kind of thing. Um, Also, the other issue I think I face, which probably most of us do, is kind of short termism. Basically, half an hour before I have to go out, I'm still in a position to be doing fun things that are nothing to do with getting out and getting ready and stuff. So at that moment, for me, it's more fun to just do 5 minutes more of that thing, even though I know there's a risk of being late. But I kind of wing it at that point because I'm dying to do this fun thing because I want to do more and more fun things in my life. I'm short termist, and then I'm regularly screwed. Half an hour later, I regret it, and so on. So yeah, those are the issues. One technique I did think of um, a few months ago. It hasn't cured this problem, but it maybe helped. Is just to try aim to be early. I think that's another way of looking at my problem is that I'm planning to be bang on time, and because of some of the reasons I've just discussed, if you plan to be bang on time, basically half the time you're going to be late. So you've got to plan to be early if you care about being on time. So that's an issue. I suspect I'll always have some problems with it because even if I think the first few things I mentioned, the stuff about underestimating the time and this last insight about you've got to be early to be on time regularly. Those I think I can work into my planning and improve my behavior. But I think the thing about short termism, where half an hour before you're going to go out, you want to do 5 minutes more on a computer or whatever. That's a kind of basic thing about myself, probably that I'm a little bit short termist, and that's going to be harder to change. Anyway, those are my thoughts about being late, and I hope you found it interesting. All the best.